It's interesting we've been talking about the British High Commissioner because right now we can go across to the Korle Klottey constituency. My colleague Collins is there and he's about to speak to, you wouldn't guess it, the British High Commissioner. Collins, tell us how this came to be and how the British High Commissioner's observations of the process so far have been.
Right, Kojo Yankson. The British High Commissioner has been touring the Korle Klottey constituency right from the time election began. We have her here with me that we want to speak to ask her about what she make of the process so far. Your Excellency, good morning.
Good morning.
How do you make of the process, the electoral processes?
Well, it's very early days so far, but as you can see, things are proceeding very smoothly and calmly here. No queues, very quiet. We hope that today continues in this way.
Right. Initially, we were having concerns about our security issues. Ghana Armed Forces or the Security Task Force assured Ghanaians that they are not going to be part of this electoral process. Yesterday, there was a statement that was issued that we have military presence or military deployed. What do you say about this?
So it's been really helpful to see the very clear messaging coming out of Ghana Armed Forces, coming out of the police service, and also from the candidates, from the Electoral Commission and others at the signing of the Peace Pact last week. Those outward strong signals of commitment to peace from the key actors in this process are absolutely crucial. It's very clear from the statements from the armed forces and from the IGP the circumstances, limited circumstances in which the armed forces would be called in to deal with any situation. But I know from conversations with the Inspector General of Police that he has led the Election Security Task Force very impressively. They have very comprehensive plans in place, and so we're confident that those correct protocols will be followed.
So that means there are no issues with the deployment of the military?
So my understanding from what the armed forces have said is that the military will be present, they will be ready to act should they need to act, but they will only act if the Inspector General of Police calls on them to act, and that's entirely as it should be.
Okay. You have been to a few of the polling stations in the Korle constituency. What do you make of the general overview now?
So this is the first polling station that I've been to actually this morning, and as you can see, it's very calm, very peaceful, no queues, and as I said earlier, we very much hope that's how things will continue through the day.
Okay, so on the whole, what's your expectations like this year's elections?
So my expectations is we're a close run thing according to all of the polls, but we know how unreliable polls can be, so that's no guarantee of what will actually happen. In terms of the process, the various bodies who have a role to play in running this election are very, very well prepared. We know that Ghanaians are deeply committed to their democracy. That's one of the values that the UK and Ghana absolutely shares. And we are hoping to see Ghanaians come out in their numbers to exercise their democratic right to vote. Ghana enjoys really high electoral turnout, better than the UK, and that's a real sign of commitment to people having a say in who runs their country and the leaders that they choose to serve them, and we hope to see more of that this year as well.
Thank you.
Final one on the special voting. There were concerns of vote buying, especially in Iowa, so West Oregon. What do you make of that? I don't know if that one has come into your notice.
Yeah, and I've seen the response from the services who will deal with that, and they've said very clearly that they will investigate and they'll take the appropriate steps. So again, that's entirely as it should be. I hope that people will take note today and we won't see any more of that today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's the British High Commissioner, Her Excellency Harriet Thompson, who is touring Korle Klottey this morning. This is her first polling station. That's the YMCA polling station in Korle Klottey. Yankson, you can take over.
Nobody has called me Yankson since my Ogasco headmaster, but thank you, Collins.